Hi guys, now we are going to see the topic about the bit fields. See, what is bit fields? What purpose we are using these bit fields? See, bit field, it is a built-in feature that allows us to access the bit. See, for example, suppose if you are creating a structure, normally how we will create the structure member? Inside the structure you will give the some data type and you will give the structure member name, so that depending upon that data type the structure member will occupy the memory. For the structure member we can align the memory. See, previous and all we had seen about the each and every structure member, it occupies the memory in byte wise. See, what is the minimum byte of the data type in C programming language? We can use the character data type. That the character data type, it occupies the default. What is the default size of the character data type? It is 1 byte. Suppose if we use the integer data type and if we declare the structure member, then what is the default size of the integer data type? That is 4 byte. So these things and all, it will occupies the memory by byte wise. See, suppose if we need to access the data in bit wise, then here we can use this bit field. By help of this field we can declare the structure member inside the structure, then we can access the memory or we can align the memory for the structure members in bitwise. See, it allows us to access the single bit by using this bitwise. See, for example, normally if you create a structure, this already you know, here see, I have declared the structure. Inside the structure, two structure members, that is integer data type A and another one is character data type B. My structure variable name is S. This is for 32-bit machine. Each and every cycle it will allocate for integer structure member A. This is first byte, second byte, third byte, fourth byte. Totally 4 byte were aligned for this integer data type A. For character B, here next it will allocate another one 4 byte. B, here 1 byte only allocated for B. Here remaining these 3 bytes are empty bytes. The structure members were allocated. For normally if you create a structure and if you are declaring the structure member, it will allocate like this. Say here this is byte. Totally how many byte? Total byte is here, this one 4, this one 4 byte. See, totally 8 byte here, but this character it occupies only 1 byte. Here remaining 3 bytes were free byte, empty byte. This is known as padding, structure padding. Here A occupies the value, here A of 1, A of 2, A of third byte and A of fourth byte. Here B of first byte. Remaining this byte were free byte. A occupies totally 4 bytes. Here among these 4 only 1 byte were allocated for the structure member B, remaining 3 bytes were, this is empty byte. Among these, this one is empty. Each and every byte, what is byte? 8 bit is a byte. Here so here each and every byte, it contains totally 8 bits. For this 8 bit, for 8 bits. Here these are empty bits. 8 bit here. Each and every byte, it contains 8 bits. So here totally 4 into 8, 32. For each and every cycle, if it read the data, it will read 32 bit. Otherwise we can say it as in 4 byte also. So here totally how many structure members we have created? One is integer, another one is character type. Say if we want to store the data in byte level, then we can store it in normal data type. This is under normal one. Each and every one, it will take byte wise, because the character is 1 byte, integer 4 byte, float also 4 byte. Everything it will allocated in byte wise. Suppose if we need the bit wise, suppose if we want to give access or read some data in bit wise, if you want to align the memory for the structure member in bit wise, then we can use this bit field. See here, for example, suppose if you are creating this one second member also, structure member also, integer, how it will create? Here for this B also fully completely it is aligned for B, because what is the data type of B? That is integer. So every bytes were allocated for the structure member B. So this structure member also will have how many bytes? Will have 4 bytes. See, suppose here if we want to find the size of this structure, what will be the answer here? Totally 448 byte. See, here there is no empty space, because this one is integer data type. Suppose if you are giving here character B and you are finding the size of the for structure S, structure variable S, then also the total byte how much it will give? This one for 4 byte. Next, for suppose if you are using character, for character 1 byte were allocated. Suppose if you are telling to find the size of this S, then also it will show how many byte? 8 byte only, because totally character occupy 1 byte, by remaining these 3 empty space, it will considered as structure padding. So here if you using character also, then it will say 8 bytes only. See, now in same way here for bit wise we are allocating in bit level. The syntax for the structure bit field is, when we are declaring the bit field, very first here we should mention the data type. For example, let here syntax data type integer. Next here is structure member name. Example, if I am assigning it as A, then here we should give the colon. For bit field, within colon we can allocate the bit. How many bits we need, we can give here. See, that means here in integer A, for the structure member, I am aligning 1 bit, so that we can access 1 bit only. Suppose here if I am giving it as 2, then here in the memory the 2 bits were allocated for the A. In same way, suppose here let us see some example here. If I am creating a structure, I am declaring bit field here. If I am aligning A, then 1. Next, same way here integer I am declaring it as b and I am aligning 1 bit for the b. Next here let us assume this structure variable name as s1. So after declaring this one, when the compiler allocating the memory, how it will allocate? For 32-bit machine, for each and every time it will allocate how much? 4 byte. See, each and every byte it has 8 bit, because 8 bit is a 1 byte, totally 4 byte. For this byte 8 bit, for this one 8 bit, so totally 32 bits were allocated. Here what I am telling, I am declaring the structure member, then I am allocating the 1 bit only for the structure A, so that here A will be declared here. Then for A I am using how many bit? Only 1 bit. Next, in same way for B, here B I am aligning the 1 bit for B. So totally these 2 bits were occupied. Total byte, that is 4 byte. Here not even 1 byte it has occupied, because this is single bit only. See, for Boolean variables and all we need only single bit. In that case we can use like this, true or false. If it is 0, that one is false, 1 means true. In that case we can declare the variable like this. We can declare the structure member like this. See here, totally 2 bit were aligned for the A and B. For A 1 bit and B 1 bit. Remaining here 30 bit were free. See, for example, suppose if I need to find the size of this structure, then what will be the size here? See, suppose if I am finding the size of this S1, then the result will be 4 byte, because by default this is how much? For the cycle it will give 4 byte. See, for 2 variables here, integer and integer. Normally if you are declaring the variable integer A and integer B, for A 4 byte, for B also here 4 byte. Totally here it shows the 8 byte. This is the normal structure member. Suppose if you are declaring the bit field here structure, here this also integer A and integer B. Here for this A I am aligning only 1 bit. Same way for B also I am aligning only 1 bit. So totally 2 bits only it will occupy. But this, when we are telling to print the size of this structure, it will tell the complete whole this block of memory. So here among this 4 byte, here not even we have used 1 byte, only 2 bits were only we have used here. But the result will be 4 byte. Instead of here, if you are giving A is equal to 10, that is A of 10, then B of 10. So here what will be the size? Here then also here size will be 4 byte only, because by default 32 bit were allocated. In that 32 bit, here totally we had used 20 bit only. For A here 10 bit, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 bits were used for A. In same way for B also it will use 10 bits. So that totally how many bit? 20 bit. Among the 32 bit we had used only 20 bit only. So that when we are finding the size of this S1, then it will gives 4 byte only. Suppose if when we are declaring the structure member, if it exceed or it cross the 32 bit, then it will allocate another one cycle memory. For that it will, for each and every time it will allocate 4 bytes. So in that case it will show 8 bytes. See, for example here, if I am storing here, suppose if I am storing here for A is equal to 20, Next here B also 20, totally 40 bits were here. So when it is storing this bit in, when you are aligning the memory for this A, it will take totally 20 bits. Next for B, it will align 4 byte. Each and every byte it has 8 bits. So here this one for 20. So totally it will show, if I am finding the size of this structure, then structure size will be how much? 8. Size will be 8 byte. See, the size of operator, it will shows the memory in byte. So here totally when we are telling, suppose we are telling to print the size of this bit field, here it will shows the how much? 8 byte. See here, in this way the memory were allocated. In real time where it is used, general use, here so here this main use is, by using this bit field we can utilize the memory for storing the data in minimum number of bits. What we required, that minimum number of bits we can allocate here. See, let us take the simple example here. Say, suppose if I need to store the date, for example, let us assume this one. See, minimum memory utilization for the date. What is the format of the date? First one day, next month, after that year. See, let us take this day. So here what data will store in the day? The number from minimum from 1 to how much? The date is up to 31. Maximum date number is 31. 1 to 31. Here the data is 1 to 31. What is the minimum bit required for this data? So here minimum bit required for 1 to 31 is here. Suppose if you are storing, this is the highest value 31. Suppose if you are storing 31, when this 31 is storing in the memory, how it will store? It will store the binary values only, it will store the zeros and ones. Suppose here if I am storing the 31, converting this 31 here, if I am converting to binary this 31 here, 2 7s are 14, remaining 1, 2 3s are 6, remaining 1, 2 1s are 2, remaining 1. So you should read in this direction. So here this 1, totally 5 ones. So here maximum bit level, how much we need? We need only totally 5 bits. Suppose we are converting this 31 into binary, then this is the answer. Totally 5 bits. It occupies 5 bits. See, for day I am telling. Suppose if I need to store the day of the date, here maximum I need here, for me 5 bits were enough. So if I am storing this 31 in the memory, it will store here for each and every location, it will occupy ones or zeros for in the memory. Binary digits only will be stored in the memory. So here this 5 digits is enough. See, suppose here if I need to store the day, I can declare the structure member like this. Integer here for day, next colon, here 5 bits. 5 bits were enough for me. So normally if you are creating a structure variable integer day, then how much it will occupy? It will occupy up to 4 bytes. Each and every byte it has 88 bits. So totally 32 bits were allocated for this day, for normally if you are declaring this structure member in normal declarations. So here, but in the date 31 is the highest date. Here maximum 5 bits is more for us. But here totally 32 bits were allocated for this day. So remaining here 27 bits were empty only. So according to data how much we need, according to that if you want to allocate the memory in bit level, then we can go for this bit field. So for this minimum number of bits required here is 5 bit. So in this way this bit field were used. Next, before we are storing the data, we should know how much bit that data required. If we know, then we can give the total bits. See, for date, if I am storing the date 31, then here it requires 5 bits. If I know this bit level correctly, then I can give. Suppose instead of 5 bit, if I am giving lesser bit value and if I am storing the data for that structure member, then the 2's complement values will be displayed. So when we are giving the data, we should know the range and we should give that range. See, now let us see some example. Here the structure name is for understanding. Let us take the simple one. Here I am declaring only one member, structure member. The structure member name is day. For day I am giving the structure member as D and I am allocating here 5 bits. Here the structure name is dt. For date I have used as dt. For date maximum range is 1 to 31. If I am storing 31, then if I am converting this binary, these values will be stored in the memory. So 5 ones. So here maximum bit, how many bits we required? Here we required 5 bits. So here see, here not even this 1 byte, because 1 byte is 8 bit, but here I am telling to align only 5 bit for this structure member D. So the bit starts from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 totally. Here the bit value, it starts from right here. This is 0th position, this is first position, this is second position, this is third position, this is fourth position. How much one? Totally 5 ones. 0th position, first position, second position, third position, fourth position. Totally 5 ones, because the position start from 0 to 4, that is totally 5. Here, see here, how to convert the binary to decimal. See, if you are converting it into decimal, then we will get this value 31. Suppose if you are storing 31, in the binary it will store 5 ones. Suppose if you are converting this binary to decimal, here we can convert like this. Say this position is, what is the bit value? 1. So 1 into 2 to the power 0th position. Next here, what is this bit value? 1. 1 into 2 to the power 1. Next here 1 into 2 to the power 2. Next here 1 into 2 to the power 3. Next here 1 into 2 to the power 4. So this is the decimal value. See, if you convert into binary to decimal, we can convert like this. See here 1 into, what is the 2 to the power 0? Any value to the power 0 is 1. Answer is 1. So here 2 to the power 0 is answer 1. 1 into 1. So what is the answer here? 1. Next 1 into 2 to the power 1 is 2. In same way. Here you add this number. Here 15 plus 16, 31. So this is the decimal value. Suppose if you are storing 31, it will stored in this way. Each number is converted into binary, and that binary value only stored in the memory. If you want to convert this binary to decimal, we can convert in this way. So the maximum date is 31. Convert this 31 into binary, then every bit will be 1. See, next here the main thing, this is important, we should note here. What is this data type? This is signed one. Signed data. Suppose if it is signed data, then this will be wrong, because in signed data the maximum range, here this fourth bit MSB is used for signed bit. So here if you are using here unsigned integer, D is to next, here if we are giving 5 byte, then this is right, because here for unsigned bit every bit is allocated for the data. This one is right, then this is right. Here without using this, suppose if you are giving simply int of D, this is signed data. See, for signed one, the last bit in the memory, that is the MSB, is used for signed bit, so that here remaining 4 bit only used for the data. Say, let us see about this signed one. Here if you are using like this, then this is signed bit. Here here 0, 1, 2 and 3. This is known as least significant bit, then this one MSB. This already we had seen. This MSB is fourth bit. This is used for sign. That is, if this bit value is 0, then it tells that given number is positive number. This is the sign. Suppose in this bit, if the value is 1, then it shows that given value is negative digit. See, after declaring the without unsigned, this is if it is unsigned, then it is right. This is unsigned for unsigned integer. So in signed integer, if you are declaring like this, here totally from 0 to 4th position, here these 3's were used for data, this one is for the sign. So if you are giving 31, then what will be the binary values? 5 ones. So here it occupies like this. See, if it is signed bit, see, already I have told you, if this bit can be 0 or 1, anything. If it is 0, positive, if it is 1, then it is negative. Here, when this bit, what the value, this bit is considered separately for sign. In this bit, now value is 1, that means here negative digit. If you are storing 31, then it will show some negative numbers. Say, otherwise this is 2's complement, you convert it into decimal part, then we can find the result of this one. See, this is 2's complement value. Here what is the value? 1 is used for minus digit. Suppose here if you are converting into the 2's complement number, if you are converting it to binary number, then first you should invert this number. Inverting means if it is 1, then you can give 0. If it is 0, then you give 1. That is the invert, opposite to the given number. Each and every bit have two numbers only, either 1 or 0. If it is 0, you put it as 1. If it is 1, then you put it as 0. Here everything is 1, then here if you are converting, every bit will be 0. Next add 1 to this bit. Here if you are adding this one, so here what is the value? If you are converting into binary, this is the binary value. I had converted this 2's complement value for the sign bit, that is the 2's complement representation. Suppose if I want to convert the 2's complement representation to the binary, here first you invert that number and then you add this number. This is the binary. After finding this binary, we can convert this binary to decimal. This is the binary to decimal value. Here 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Among this you put 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. This is the binary value of this 2's complement value. Here what is the value? If you are converting it into decimal, we can convert like this. First 1 into 2 to the power 0. Here next remaining everything is 0. 0 into 2 to the power 1. Next 0 into 2 to the power, anything multiplied by 0 is 0. So we no need to find remaining thing. Here only one value, that is 1. If you are converting it like this, here what is the 2 to the power 0 is, the answer is 1 for 2 to the power 0. So 1 into 1 is 1. So here the value is how much? That is 1. Decimal number is 1. So here minus 1. This digit is used for minus. After that, if you are converting this 2's complement to decimal value, we can find like this. So here the answer will be, so the result will be minus 1. So suppose if you are using signed integer and if you are giving the data 31, that is date 31, then it will be wrong. The result will shown as here minus 1. Suppose if you are using a signed integer, for that we should access this bit, then only the answer will be right. So before we are giving the data for the structure bit field, we should know about that binary numbers, then only we can easily assign the data for that structure member. See, suppose if you are giving the date as 31, here we should use, if it is 5 digit, then we can use here unsigned integer. If you are using unsigned integer, then this one is right. The first thing is right. If you are using sign, then according to that bit, here we should align the memory. Now let us see the simple example here. see here. Here I have created two structures. First structure name is test1. Here normally I have declared the structure members. Here A and B both were integer data type. Here next structure name is test2. Here I have declared the bit fields. Here in the structure member totally two structure members. The first member is A and second member is B. Each and every structure member here I had given 1 bit memory. See next void main, here structure I am creating the structure variable for the structure. This you know. First the syntax is struct, next structure name, after that the structure variable name. So for the structure test1 I had created t1 as the structure variable. For the second structure test2 I had created the variable structure variable t2. So next here I am telling to print the memory size of the t1 and to print that memory size of structure variable t2. So the output will be here. For this integer it takes 4 byte. For A 4 byte, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, A of 4. Same way for B also, here 4 byte. So here totally the memory size of the T1. This is T1. This gives the 8 byte. See next one here I am telling to print the memory size of T2. Here 4 byte memory. See each and every byte it has 8 bits. For this also 8 bits. So here I am aligning the value A 1 bit. So first bit is used for A and the second bit is used for B. Here among this first byte 2 bits only used. So remaining 30 bit were here now free. So here I allocated 2 bit. So when I am telling to print the size of the T2, here the memory it will read 4 byte for 32 bit machine I am telling. So here answer will be 4 byte. Here total byte is 4 byte. First byte, second byte, third byte, fourth byte. In first byte it takes up to 2 bit, remaining 30 bit were free. But when I am telling to print the size, here it will tell the complete size. So here the value will be 4. See, suppose in here, let us assume like this. If you are giving A of 5, B of 5, then totally 10 bits. For A 5 bit, for B also 5 bits. Totally 10 bits were allocated. Then also if you are finding the size of this T2, then result will be how much? Out of 32 bit, 10 bit only it allocated. So the result will be 4 only. See, once it cross this boundary, that is cross this 32 bit boundary, then it will next cycle it will read another 4 byte and it will allocate the memory for bit field. See, for example here, if you are giving here 15 and here 18 bit, then so here totally how many bits here? 33 bit. So per cycle we can, it will read 32 bit only, but it crossed this bit level here 33. So it will generate another one block of memory for 4 byte it will create, and next it will store the bits in that one. So suppose if you are using like this, here the answer will be how much? it cross the 32 bit. Within the 32 bit means 4 byte only it will show. If cross the 32 bit, then here 18 bit, this is 15 bit. So here the answer is 33. So it cross that, the result will be here will be 8. So this is, in this way the memory were allocated. And another one here, we can find the address for byte only. Say for example, if you want to find the location of this test T1, that is T1, here each and every memory were allocated in some particular unique location. Already we had seen that one. Each and every location of that byte, it has the unique address. See for example, here suppose if it is starting from 2000, this first byte A of first byte is allocated in 2000, then A of this second byte will be allocated in 2001, 2002 and 2003. So 2002, 2003, each and every byte of memory it has unique address. For normally if you declare the variable like this integer A and B, then we can find the address, we can print that address. Suppose if we are using the bit field, here we can't use the bit field address, we can find the bit field address. Suppose if we want to print the address, we can print like this, printf here address of here T1, that is address of A is equal to percentage of U comma ampersand of, if it is T1 dot A, then this is right, this one is right. We can print the address of this T1. But here if you are using this one T2 dot A, here we can't print this address, this one is wrong. So address can be printed for this structure member only, not for bit field member. To give the values for this test, that is bit field, suppose test 2, we can give the value like this. This one what test 2 test 2 for bit field I am telling, this T2 is the structure variable, we can give like this value for the structure members. For the bit field I am telling, here T2 dot, here A is equal to 10. If I am storing like this, then here the 10 will be, the value 10 will be stored for this bit field A. So we can store the values like this. Let us see simple example here. Let us take the example. First here, if I am not using anything here, then what is this one? This is the signed integer. So here if I am declaring D, here if I am giving 5, so that 5 bits were aligned for D. Here let us take the same example. Already we had seen this one. This is for date, day. See, I can give the value to this D like this. What is the structure variable? T. T dot D is equal to, suppose if I am giving 15. This is value. I am giving the data for the structure member. So here I am assigning 15 to this date, this day D. Next I am telling to print the value inside structure member D is equal to, here percentage D comma, I am telling to print the value of T dot D. So here what will be the output? Inside D is equal to here what value I had given here 15. So this 15 will be displayed because here how much bit, here I have aligned how many bit, 5 bits. So this is bit, we are now seeing about the bit. Starts from position, 0th position, 1st position, 7th position, 3rd position, 4th position. Totally 5 bits. This is signed one. So among this is used for sign. So this is positive integer. So here suppose first if you are converting this 15 into binary, totally 4 1. So this is positive integer, no problem. This 0 will be here, it will be allocated in this one. See, already I have told you, if every bit is 1, that is the highest value. So highest value is 15. Suppose here if I am storing 31, if I am using signed integer, if I am here giving the value for the date, let us take this one, day of the date. Suppose if I am giving here 31, then if you convert this 31 into binary, here how many 1? Totally 5 ones were there. So this 0 is occupied as 1. So here all this is what? Signed 1. If it is signed 1, then what will be the answer? It will store like this. Here if it is everything is 5, totally here 5 bits, every bit it will occupy the value 111. So if I am storing the answer 31, here while printing this result, what will be the answer? Here the answer will be not 31, because if it is 1, then that is the 2's complement representation. In signed bit I am telling, here this is 2's complement, because here in this bit, signed bit, if it is 1, then I have already told you 0 or 1. 0 means positive, 1 means here negative. So here the sign will be very first minus sign. After that, if I am converting this 2's complement to the, already we had seen, if you are converting this 2's complement to decimal, then first you invert every bit. After that, add the 1 to that one. Next, if you are converting this binary to decimal, then the value will be 1. So the answer will be minus 1 here. See, if you are not defining anything, this is by default signed 1. In the signed 1, if I am declaring bit 5, then maximum range I can give out to 15. If it cross that value, that is, if we cross this decimal value 15, then the bit value will be changed, so that here the answer will be in negative. So that suppose if you are creating a date, here if you want to store the day value, here if you are giving it as unsigned, then if you are declaring like this, then here for unsigned there will be no signed bit, everything will be occupied by data. So right, the answer will be correct if you are using unsigned, because these 5 bytes were used for data. So if you use signed, then the value will be minus. Suppose if you are using unsigned here and you are declaring the date as 31, then the value will be correct. Suppose if you need to use signed bit without using unsigned, if you want to store the 31 date, then you should extend this bit level. If you extend this bit level, then the date will be, it will accept the date. So before giving the data, we should know about that binary values about that data, how it will store in the memory. According to that, we can how many bits that data it contains. According to that, we can declare the or we can assign the bit